I came up with 7 different art challenges, and today I'm randomly going to pick 3 of them and try and complete them, all while here at Yosemite National Park.
I'm always looking for unique ways to grow as an artist. And also I've been watching a lot of the New Zealand Taskmaster, so when I booked this trip, I knew I had to bring my sketchbook and do something new. But first, I had a 5 a.m. flight, an anxiety-inducing 3-hour drive to Yosemite Valley, and I had to double check that I even packed my colored pencils. Now I was ready. So what could possibly go wrong?
First stop, Mirror Lake. Only a mile hike from here. Alright, here's our first task. Yosemite's portraits. Yosemite's natural elements are about to become the stars of your sketchbook. Hunt for unique rock formations, trees, or other elements, and give them quirky caricatures or portraits. You have 30 minutes.
Immediately, I saw a tree doing a happy dance. It was begging to be drawn. And then I quickly learned my first lesson on this trip.
The problem with colored pencils is that they actually require a lot of layers, so they take a long time. I don't know why I do this to myself. I haven't even worked with colored pencils since high school, probably.
The time crunch did kind of squeeze more creativeness out of me though, since I didn't have time to overthink my choices.
Gave her some moss hair right here. And nice pink lips, because every tree, needs that.
And voila, the world's next top tree model.
So I'm actually going to do a second one. It's just not going to count towards the challenge, but I really want to draw that rock over there.
But that would have to wait. I had more views to see, a stomach to feed, and other tasks to complete. The next afternoon, I made the white knuckle drive up from the valley to the mountaintops. And honestly, I think I'm still trying to process how breathtaking these views were. I also heard amazing things about Taft Point, so I decided to make the 2-mile hike there to complete task number 2. Even on a bit of a gloomy day, I was left absolutely speechless. But with the sun getting lower and the temperature dropping, I was a bit hesitant to start task 2. There's something to be said about ignoring your intuitions.
Let's go bottom card. I may regret doing my second challenge here because I dressed for like 15 degrees warmer and we probably have 45 minutes left of light, but let's start it and see what happens. Masterpiece remix. Step into the shoes of one of the greats. Take an iconic masterpiece like the Mona Lisa and give it a Yosemite-inspired twist. You have 1 hour. Or less than that, since the sun's gonna set. Okay. The real challenge is just that it's really cold here. My hands are already frozen. So I decided to go with Starry Night because that's about one of the only iconic paintings I can think of right now. So I'm gonna try and do Van Gogh-esque style to this scenery right here. Probably took me like 5 minutes just to kind of sketch out the tree, so I'm gonna really have to pick up the pace now. My hands are getting so stiff, it's like hard to grip the pencil. For some reason, I have decided to color the sky this color. I don't even know how to do the clouds. How do they look? How does he do clouds? Scribbling at this point to try and make sure I get it done in time. Sun has set. 5 minutes left and nothing is gonna happen to the sky. It looks bad. Kind of looks like a kid's drawing, but it's the best I got today. So. I can't believe that took that long to make that.
I left Taft Point a bit discouraged. For me, that was a bit of a failed challenge. As someone who struggles with imposter syndrome, it was quite the pencil to the heart. But the reason I do these challenges is to grow as an artist. Unfortunately for all of humankind, you sometimes have to fail to grow. However, I wasn't willing to accept that as my submission for task number 2. So the next day, I mustered up a fresh dose of determination and took another swing at it. This time, I started with the sky. I wanted to nail that iconic Starry Night style, especially since my first attempt resembled the painting as much as a rubber chicken resembles a gourmet meal. I also worked on giving the second attempt more depth and texture through more elements, colors, contrast, and shorter lines. And maybe I had the advantage of warm hands, but by the end of the hour, this second attempt felt heaps above the first.
Time for task number 3. Color Chronicles. Who needs the full spectrum of colors when you can have just one? Give Yosemite a makeover using only the color blue. You have 30 minutes. Okay, let's do it.
Color pencils are a great way to explore and experiment with color theory, which has been my favorite part about these challenges. It's been fun to put colors like pink and purple on rocks and trees and see how they change the feel of the drawing. And it's one of the things that makes drawing and painting such a unique art form. But I also love how taking away the color options forces you to focus on other aspects like technique and value. I mean, even if I
Can't help but think how much better this would look if I could use more colors.
constraints are a useful and fun way to become a better artist.
5 minutes left.
That's why I love doing them, even when there's a few hiccups.
Whoa, that is green. Okay, my bad.
Those just become stepping stones to progress.
This actually isn't looking that bad. I have such little faith in my own drawing abilities that when I make anything that's anything kind of decent, I'm kind of proud of it. Time's up. And here's what I got. It resembles it looks like a cliff.
Take this video as a little nudge to challenge yourself from time to time, whether it's in art or whatever you enjoy. Oh, and remember that rock? He got his colorful portrait on the flight home. Now, after all these challenges, I feel pretty prepared for my next adventure, but we'll see how that goes. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to explore, create, and repeat.